So, you are thinking about starting your in-home daycare and you have no idea where to begin. Well, do not worry because I got you. I am going to teach you in this video 6 easy steps on how you can be well on your way with starting your in-home daycare, making close to, if not more than 6 figures. This is going to help you because when I started, I had to do research. What I've done is compiled a lot of that research into this video that's going to help you and make it easier for you to start your in-home daycare. Hello, everyone. My name is Abigail Robinson, and I am your in-home childcare consultant. Listen, do not make life harder with starting your in-home daycare when I am here and I want to help you. In this video, I'm going to be going over 6 easy steps that you can follow so that you can be on your way starting your in-home daycare and making close to 6 figures, if not more. Also, be sure to stay all the way to the ending of the video so that you can hear number 6, because that one is really going to give you all the tea on how you can start your in-home daycare. At this time, what I would love for you guys to do is go to the comment section and type in your state, because with this information, I can do more research about what it is, the rules and requirements in your state, and make further or future videos that can help you with nice advice about what they require for in-home daycares in your state. So put your state below in the comments. That'll help me out a lot. And also be sure to like and subscribe because you don't want to miss the video, okay, that I put out later. All right, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do to start your in-home daycare is going to start right here. You are going to want to go pray and ask the Lord to give you your name, the name for your daycare. And this is super important because once you have that name, you're now going to start speaking it into existence. Okay. This is huge, you guys. Have the name. The Bible says in Handbook chapter 2, verse 2, that we are to write the vision and make it plain. So if you don't have the name yet, that's what you're going to want to do. Start with the name of your daycare so that you can see the vision. And now it is written on your heart and your mind. And you are constantly now telling people like, hey, the name of my daycare is going to be opening soon. And you're going to be excited about it because now you have a name. You feel like you have something that you can actually pursue and go forward and go after. All right. So make sure you have the name of your daycare. Number 2 is to create your parent policy handbook. Now listen, this is not just for the parents. This is for you. Why? Because it goes over all the guidelines, step by step, of everything you're going to implement in your in-home daycare. Once you have it written out, it's literally a plan. Once you have it written out, each policy, you're going to be able to know and answer your parents when they come and ask you, or even know how to set up your daycare. Everything is in here. Okay. So for example, this is like the Bible for your daycare. Okay. This is the drop-off procedure. You have the screen time and there's a table of content at the beginning. It goes over your screen time, your procedures, your do's, your don't, your sick policy, your drop-offs. Like I said, late pickup fees, everything is in here. Okay. And like I said, you'll know how to set it up. You have your vacation days on here. You have your calendar in here. You have what ages you accept, everything that you're going to need, how you do your parent teacher conferences, what curriculum you use, what app you use to communicate with the parents, how you do with absences. It's in here, okay? And also, I do want to say, if you are like, how do I create that? And that's another thing that you're feeling like you cannot do. Like I said, I'm here to help you, okay? I have created this. I took my very own, that took me years to create, and I made it fully customizable and editable for you to be able to download it. And then all you have to do is just plug in your childcare name, plug in maybe some images that you want, your logo, and whatever you want, and you're able to just use it, okay? You're also able to see some of my policies and customize them if you want, or leave them just how they are. But this is literally going to help you so much. It's a guide. I stayed up late hours creating this, and I am now, I said, I have to make this for people because the amount of hours that it took me, I don't want you to have to do that. So I have it on sale on my website. All you have to do is go on my website, click on childcare items and download it. All right. And like I said, Customize it, print it out, staple it, follow it, and start your daycare, okay? All right, let's get on to number 3. Number 3, I would say this one is fairly easy. It is going to take a little bit of groundwork, but it's fairly easy. What you're going to want to do is think of what ages you're going to want to accept. And that does depend on the equipment that you have or that you're going to get. Also, what age that works better with you, that you work better with. So make sure you think about what ages you want to do. And then also have your rates. So figuring out the rates in your area is probably sometimes not as easy. And what you should do is just call a daycare in your area and say, hey, I'm a parent, and just inquire about certain ages and see if they can share with you so that you're able to get like a broad spectrum on what other daycares are charging in your area, and either, be competitive with those rates or be right at those rates and figure out where you want to be. If you offer the same quality care, you want to make sure you're offering great curriculum and teaching, and that you're not just a babysitting business, but you're actually teaching the children, and you're able to figure out where you want to be. Also, do not shortchange yourself, okay? Do not say just because this daycare looks beautiful and it's da-da-da, and you don't have all the things. If you know that you're bringing quality care, then you give quality prices, okay? Do not shortchange yourself, because you don't want to get burnt out, okay? Do not go under your prices for any parents. Do not negotiate your prices. You can see and you could figure it out at the beginning. I did have to change my prices a few times before I got stable, but there are some parents that call and say they're not able to do it, and my heart goes for them. However, my price is my price. So make sure you figure it out. Call other daycares, see what ages. You can even call other in-home daycares and say, hey, I want to start an in-home daycare. Maybe not the ones in your area, because they probably might not want to help you, but say, do you have time? Or whenever you have time, can you reach out to me, because I would love to get some insight on what you do, what you did, or what are your rates, so that you can start yours. Also, I offer some consultation on my website as well. So if you feel like you need more insight and more in depth rather than this video, you can also reach out to me, and we can have hours on the phone, on a Zoom call, going over all the needs that you need to start your in-home daycare. And I would love to help you, okay? All right, let's get on to number 4. Number 4, call your licensing. Pick up the phone and call your daycare licensing. And I'm going to tell you why this is a crucial step before number 5. So when I get to number 5, I'm going to tell you why you need to do this step before you get to number 5. But call your daycare licensing. Find out what the requirements are, what are the guidelines, get the application so you can see what all you need to fill out, find out what the fees are so you have it financially, and make sure you have all the credentials pulled together. If you worked in a daycare before, how many hours, if you want to reach out to that daycare, get them to write a letter. Whatever your state requires, you want to have all that compiled so that you're able to say, hey, I'm ready. You have your application filled out, you have your fee, and you have all the requirements. And then you want to say, hey, I'm ready. And then they're going to schedule a appointment for them to come out to your home and view your in-home daycare, make sure that is up to par and fitting all their guidelines and requirements. Okay. But call your state, get the information that you need. You may have to go to some orientations. So make sure you're calling your state to find out what is required in your state. Each state is different, which is why I told you earlier to put in the comments where you are wanting to start your daycare. Put the state that you're wanting to start your daycare so that I can give more videos that's more geared towards different states, and I can help you guys out with that. Okay, so let's move on to number 5. Okay. Okay, I feel like number 5 is the fun part, okay? This is when we get to strategize. This is when we get to start making room, okay? We're going to walk around our home and start to see our daycare with our eyes, okay? So if you have a particular area that you're going to want to lay out, now you're going to start buying the equipment so that you can start laying out your daycare. Start putting beautiful colors, posters. You want to have your posters at eye level for the children that you're going to have. You want to have the proper equipment for the ages that you're going to be teaching. You want to make sure you have all of it together, okay? And make sure it's safe. Make sure the plugs are covered. Make sure you're following all the safety requirements, no sharp edges, and everything is kid-friendly, okay? But this is the fun part. Put the fun carpets down and listen, promise me that you will not break the bank. It is not smart to spend an overload before having the children. So I'm going to give you a tip, okay? If you are good at refurbishing some items, you need to be going on Marketplace, which is what I did to find a lot of my in-home daycare toys, carpets, tables, everything, okay? If sometimes people are even putting them on there and they're gently used, okay? You can find your sleeping cots on there. Listen, start small. You don't have to have everything at the very, very beginning, okay? Just start where you can handle financially, okay? Do not break the bank. Start to take little kids, and little by little, you want to get the state to license you for a certain capacity, but you don't have to take up to that capacity at the beginning. You can work your way up, okay? So this is the fun part. Start to decorate, start to feel it, and make room, move the furniture out the way, and start putting your daycare items in, okay? Have fun, all right? But don't break the bank. Let's get on to number 6. Number 6. I hope you made it this far because this one is really going to help you. However, before I get into it, I do want to go over what I've mentioned earlier. I have childcare consultation services that I offer to all of you. And the reason why I do that is because, like I said earlier, I wish I had someone helping me when I started this process. However, I want to be there for you. So if you feel like you need more one-on-one or me holding your hand throughout this entire process, I would absolutely love to help you. You can go to my website, www.abigailzrobinson.com, and click on Childcare Consultation, I believe is what it says. And you can choose one of the packages, whatever package that you feel suits what you need. And you can choose a date and time, and we can jump on a Zoom call or a phone call, okay? Now, let's get into number 6. Number 6. Launch your daycare. And how do you do that, right? You have to market. And a lot of people miss this and they're sitting, waiting for phone calls. You have this beautiful daycare set up. You are licensed with the state. You have your name and your policy handbook, but you don't have the children. You do not have enrollment. You do not have wait lists. Listen, launch your daycare with a great marketing strategy. And I'm going to give you some tips. Number 1, use social media. Now you can't be saying, "Oh, I don't have social media." You ought to get some. Create a daycare platform with your daycare name if you need to, or use the platform that you even have now underneath your own personal name and just start talking about your daycare, okay? Create flyers. You can use Canva to create flyers, or just post a post, okay? Also, you want to use Instagram. You want to use TikTok. I have parents that have found me on TikTok, you guys. So use those social media platforms to your best of your abilities. Also, create flyers, even if you have to print it on regular computer paper and roll it up and put a ribbon around it, make it look cute with a little candy on it. And when you see a parent out with their children and it's around the age bracket that you are accepting in your daycare, hand them one, okay? And smile. Always smile. You are a walking billboard. So you want people to see you. You want to be approachable, and you want to be able to approach people and not let them see you angry. So be approachable. Also, utilize Facebook groups. If you do not know about Facebook groups, you need to get to know about them. Listen, Facebook groups, it helps tremendously get your business out there. There are parent groups that you can join, mom groups that you can join. Just kind of search them in the search bar. Get accepted into those groups and start promoting your business. Now, make sure you're following the Facebook group guidelines so you don't get kicked out of the group. There also are community groups, like the community or neighborhood that you live in would have a group. And you want to say, "Hey, I have an in-home daycare here." So make sure you are joining those groups and promoting your in-home daycare. And last but not least, marketing. This one helped me so much. I don't even have to market anymore, okay? I have a wait list. You want to get on Google, okay? make sure you are submitting your business to Google. It is completely free, absolutely no charge. You are going to have to pass some verification. Make sure that this is your actual residence. But once you pass the verification, you are on Google and your business is listed there. Now, don't stop there. Reach out to the parents that you've helped in the past, that you've kept their children, whether it be at babysitting services that you were offering, or if it was keeping their child in a daycare. Reach out to those parents and ask them politely if they would go on the Google, your Google business, send them the link so it's easy for them to access, and just leave you a nice review. Okay. Ask them to leave you a review. And that way, the more reviews you have, the more 5-star reviews you have, Google will push your business to the top. When somebody says, daycare is in my area, you are popping up number one. Okay. So it will take some time for you to get to that, but always reach out. And then when you start getting those enrollments, 6 months in, ask those parents, can you please go put a review for me? Okay. You put a review, your child would get such and such. Do some incentives if you need to. But like I said, make sure you're getting on Google, posting your business, and then getting people to put some reviews for you on a consistent basis. All right. Now, do not go too far, because I want you to click on this next video. It's actually going to be teaching you 5 mistakes that most daycare owners make. And I'm going to tell you what those mistakes are and how you can avoid them, because you do not want to get too far in and then it's too late to fix them. Okay. So click this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, because you don't want to miss all the other great videos I'm going to be putting out. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.